saludaros de nuevo. Estamos hoy con el doctor Matthias Rath. Es para mí un honor presentar a este doctor alemán. Era director del Instituto Linus y ha hecho dos libros importantes. El primero es Victoria sobre el cáncer, que habla de medicina celular, y el segundo, y para mí fundamental y súper interesante, es el de las raíces nazis de la Unión de Bruselas, donde ahonda sobre temas económicos y políticos, sobre todo de las farmacéuticas. Bienvenido, Matthias. How are you?
Bien.
Okay. I've been listening to you, and you are exceptional. I'm very honored to have you here in this interview. I know that you've been director of Linus Pauling Institute.
This was a
long time ago, probably.
Mm-hmm.
What is the importance of vitamins for human beings?
Vitamins mean life.
Okay.
Every cell is only working if the energy is being created within what is called the biological power plants of the cells, or mitochondria. And the fuel, the main fuel these cells use to function properly, are vitamins and other micronutrients. So the sentence "vitamins mean life" is a good summary of what the significance is.
Okay. How do you connect this medicine and cells and vitamins with power, with politicians, with pharma cartel?
I didn't do that in the beginning. I was a scientist who was interested in solving problems of human health, starting with cardiovascular disease, and I started off very conventionally at the medical school in Hamburg and doing research in what causes atherosclerosis, and then stumbled on the role of vitamin C in that context, at which point I thought that everyone should be interested in this discovery. Mm-hmm. And it was over a long process of learning for me that I realized the interest groups in the field of health, and that vitamins or any substances that are not patentable are not only unwanted, they are being actively fought. And research into this field of natural, non-patentable health is being neglected, obstructed by the status quo for economic reasons primarily. Mm-hmm. And they are, in a nutshell, the following. The pharmaceutical industry is dominating the healthcare field at this point in time, and it is an investment industry, which means that the value this industry creates comes from molecules that they create, they invent, they mm-hmm. synthesize, and they patent. And therefore, they, by the very nature of their business, must protect this business principle of patented pharmaceutical drugs. And from that analysis follows that in order to protect their markets with these patented drugs, they need to fight everything that undermines these markets by, for example, showing that vitamins can prevent atherosclerosis and that the hardening of the arteries is a precursor of vitamin deficiency disease, scurvy. Mm-hmm. I'm undermining a multi-billion-dollar business with calcium antagonists, beta blockers, diuretic preparations, ACE inhibitors, etc. That was something I didn't know at the time when I went into that field of scientific investigation. But I think it's part of life. It's part of human beings that we need to adapt. And together with my colleagues, we know that many diseases, human diseases that kill millions of people today in Spain and in other countries, are actually caused, directly caused, or favored by long-term vitamin deficiencies. And once you know that as a scientist, and once there is someone who, or there are interest groups that obstruct you from telling that or researching that, or even want to put you to prison so that you can no longer say that, then you need to take a decision. And that decision is, are you going to fight these interests, or are you just giving in? There's no middle way.
There must be a big interest. It's big money around.
It is, yeah.
Can you define what companies or what groups control this?
Well, I think the largest export nation of pharmaceutical drugs currently is the US, followed by Great Britain, and then I believe still Germany and Japan, France are some of the following nations. And that global market share defines generally the support by the respective governments. Historically speaking, Germany has been the lead export nation of pharmaceutical drugs during the previous century, but that has shifted slightly. The companies, well, the companies are the same, and yes, but it doesn't bring us further in our battle if we start attacking individual companies. It is the principle we need to understand, the principle of the pharmaceutical business with disease. A few years ago, I formulated what I call the laws of the pharmaceutical industry. And the first law was to say a pharmaceutical industry is not a health business, it is an investment business, which is an important realization, because people think, oh, pharmaceutical industry, this is, these are the guys that provide health. No, no, no. They pretend they pretend to provide health. And their true nature of existence is to make money from the patented products. Secondly, second law was that the prevention and elimination of disease is not the primary target of this, or primary interest of this industry, but in fact the maintenance of these diseases and their promotion, even the invention of new diseases, because that is the business they are in. Diseases are their markets, so they need to keep them alive and expand them. Third is they of course cannot say that openly, because people and governments would revolt. So there's about 50 to 60% of the money they spend is in what they call marketing, which is of course the deception to cover what they really do.